Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mark, and we're here for the daily recap. It is Friday, so it's going to be brief. I was saying this morning, a few days ago, Apple came out with earnings, changed the entire complexion of the market. Amazon came out with earnings last night, helped continue that change of direction in the market. We had a good week in the tape. Overall, for April, we were going into this week with a decent down move. That was reversed. Good positive week for the market. I think it regained composure across the board. You can see the leadership is still rising and still showing its strength. Let's start off with Priceline. Best in breed, coming out with earnings, I believe, next week. 763. We're knocking on right about highs, $10 away from highs. Obviously, early in the week it was around 682, so a nice $70, $80 move in the stock. Best in breed, guys, and obviously it's up on Expedia earnings. So from that point of view, I think it's very important for people to recognize what's happening, where the money's being put, and trading accordingly. These slow little grinds up that we've been having every single day, they're showing us it's very hard to short, and the shorts at this point are getting frustrated. Now, there's selective plays out there. I'll put Deckers in that mix. I think MDRX is one of them. There's definitely stocks that have shown weakness today, but overall, CSTR, Coinstar, Netflix continues to show weakness. But overall, we are seeing strength in the market, strength in a number of issues, and I think our job is to, if you're certainly buying, you obviously buy the strongest ones. Do not short the strongest ones. You short the ones that have already broken down, that are below key moving averages, such as a Netflix on any sort of rally at this point, such as a DEC on any sort of rally. Few things I'm noticing. Home builders had another big day. Didn't really play them, didn't talk about them too much, but, again, I think they need to be on everybody's radar. The Lands, the Tolls, Rylands, along that road. Two big days, need some digestion at this point in time. They are, hitting new highs when the market is not hitting highs. Obviously, relative strength to the market, it is a bit stronger. Others, retailers, I think are interesting. Coors woke up a little bit today. Lulu also. But let's take a look at Coors for 1 second. You can just see it's been in this tight range. And today was the first day it broke out of that level, probably above 45. I'd like to see it base above 45 for a period of time, which I think it will, to, again, knock on $50 door that really is the previous high for Coors. Keep that on the radar. Amazon was the stock of the day today, certainly on the upside. And it's closing nicely, and it's I think it's going to need some more digestion at this point in time. But between 220 and 230 should bounce around there for a number of days, and we'll have to wait and see. But it's at new levels at this point in time. I don't think it's going to try to fill the gap, not in people's time frame. So trend is your friend. It showed new levels. I think it surprised a lot of people on the long side with great earnings, and now it's certainly on a new uptrend. Keep that on the radar. Apple, we've been saying it has not been on a lot of our radars every single second of every day, like it was for the last 3 weeks. Look at the range on Apple. It's pretty tight. $5 range on Apple, which you don't normally see. But I would expect another few days of this tight action, and then at some other point, it will start ramping up again one way or another, to the upside or to the downside. I do think, 590 to 620 is the range for a while. We'll have to wait and see if that changes accordingly. Banks, not much talking about. I said I thought there was going to be an inside dig. Pull up Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. You can see much the same. Looked like they were going to rally a little bit, but really there was no real interest. I expect that to happen in the market next week. I'd like to see a little bit of back and forth action, a little digestion at new levels. I would expect 139-ish to hold on the spiders, maybe 138.50. Retest that. I think it's that 50. Actually the 8-day moving average. I think I'm looking at. But we'll have to wait and see. The market has shown strength, good resilience this week, and overall the trend is your friend. My best in breed Priceline I keep going after. Keep going after CMG on any sort of pullback. Looks like possible to 430 is the next level. I am out of it. ISRG I traded today, and I've been trading it for the last few days. Apple certainly, Google you could put in that mix. It's at some resistance right now. I like to see it test 600 again to see if it really has some staying power across the board. And then on the losers, on the weakness, you see Deck, bad earnings, closing, attempted at a rally, didn't do a whole lot. Again, I mentioned Netflix earlier. It's just on a downward spiral, and I would imagine it goes, it seems like it goes a decent amount lower. And that's really about it, guys. You don't have to spread yourself out. I have cast a wider net than I have the first part of the month. Instead of just being in 3 stocks, the Apples, the Pricelines, the CMGs, ISRG, and I did spread myself out a little bit. I had a little Shield, made some money in Shield, made some money in a few new issues to me. Sino was on my radar. Some of the other Chinese guys. I think you could continue to spread yourself out a little bit, but be prudent. You don't have to be in everything at every moment. And I don't think the market's going to go, run away without us, especially that we're ending, earnings season is going to be winding down, the next 2 weeks. That's important. That's significant. And we did have a nice little run, a nice 3 to 4 day rally. And I would expect some some digestion and maybe some back and filling that has to happen in order for us to, again, eventually go higher, which I still think is in the cards. The buy in May, sell in May, go away. Maybe it still is relevant. We'll have to wait and see. They had their chance. We bounced back pretty nicely. We'll get another chance. So continue to play the trend, find the best stocks, stay on the right side of the best stocks, certainly, and you will stay out of trouble and certainly hopefully be able to take advantage of this tape. Everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend. Enjoy lots of playoff action in basketball, and I think lots of playoff action in hockey. So hopefully everybody has fun, and I'll see you back on Monday.